Hi, welcome to Salon Insider. I'm Stacy Sobel, and today I'm here with Kim Cloud, and we're going to explore the world of toppers. And this was actually your submission to the Salon Today 200 under Business Builders.
Yes.
It's a new revenue stream you've tapped into. And how did you get into offering clients toppers?
So I had a client who became very ill, and she's young. She's in her 40s. And so we knew she needed something. She just didn't quite need a wig. And so I started explaining that there's got to be something that just goes on the top and gives her that little bit of hair that she needs. This is actually the topper I'm holding is the one she ended up in. She has longer hair, and so she needed a full-size topper to give her the length that she needed, but it changed her life. And when I saw how excited she was and how pretty she looked and how special she felt and how it really, really resolved a problem, I dove into it further, and it has taken off. Yes.
It has taken off. And just to, let people know, these are clip-in ones.
These are clip-in toppers,
Correct.
and that's one of the...
Because I know there are permanent ones that are, that's a whole different ballgame. But these are simple clip-in ones.
Probably great too. This was perfect for my client. This is what they were looking for, was something that they could throw on when they needed it. If they weren't leaving the house, they didn't have to have it on. The clip is important. I like that these teeth are straight. They're not jagged, so they're not going to crimp the hair. It also has a little piece of like silicone there to help protect the hair as well. That's one of the number one questions that I get is, how is this clip with repeated use not going to cause damage? And it doesn't cause any damage. I wear one almost every day, not because I need it anymore. I needed it 2 years ago when I discovered these, but it hasn't caused any type of breakage or crimping in the hair. So that is important.
That's great. And who do you source these from?
So I fell in love. I did a lot of research, and I actually got to know Denise, who owns Top Secret Hair Accessories. She's out of Dallas in California. I'm just north of Dallas. And I love the quality of the hair. All of them are human hair. There's a little bit of a background story on gray ones. And so if you want to know more about that and what I mean by that, we can dive into that too. But human hair, I like that because I wanted to be able to style it, change the part, teach my client how to flat iron it or curl it or whatever. And I felt like that was most important. The actual way that the netting is made, this has got silk in it. It's comfortable for the client. I like the fact that, like we talked about the clip, it's high quality. I like the amount of hair that's on them, and believe it or not, there's some that have too much hair. There's a brand that I absolutely loved, but they had so much hair, and it was really, really thick and bulky here. And I also wanted to work with someone who knew a lot about our industry and about stylists, and that understood that we wanted this to be something that we could retail and thrive from with our own clients. And Denise definitely understands that, and it has been a fantastic partnership. Would not change a thing.
So I know it can be a little bit of a sensitive topic talking about this with clients. So how do you retail it, or how do you talk with a client who you think could benefit from one of these?
So most of my clients now, because I've been doing it 2 years last month, and so most of my clients now, they've seen a video. They've either seen a video on my Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and so they know that I do it. Also, most women who, of course, make an appointment with me I have a high percentage of people make an appointment just to talk about a topper. But I do have a display in the salon. It's very small. I just keep about 5 different toppers out there displayed on mannequins, and it's right by the shampoo area. So every client that's here, there's 32 stylists here, and so all of their clients are seeing the toppers as well. And I've shared this as this has become something that many other people and part of my team are experiencing as well. And they're helping me with them. My schedule's gotten really busy with it, so I'm starting to share some of the overflow with them, and that's working out perfectly as well.
So let's talk a little bit. You've been doing it 2 years. How has this been for as far as a revenue stream for you?
So it absolutely, we just turned our numbers today into our CPA. And do you mind if I give specific numbers? I think it's important.
No, go ahead. I'm sure people would love to hear them.
$179,000 worth of toppers this year.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the cost is a little under 50%. I am moving up in the ranks with Denise as far as I'm one of her top salons that she works with. And so getting a little bit of help there. And also when other salons reach out, she's gracious with helping kick back for that lead there. But I was full. I wasn't taking new clients. So this is something that really was a surprise for me. And so it needed to be something with a really good revenue for me to be able to fit it into my life. And I really and truly just now this year have kind of worked out the schedule part of it.
So Kim, as part of, as a busy stylist, how have you fit this in as far as your schedule goes?
Right. So I finally have figured that out this year, and it's really working out so much better instead of just having a regular client with color or cut and then running into my office and doing a FaceTime call, a consultation call, or having one in person. And my son was kind of watching me, and he's here in the business with me, and he said, it feels like a lot of just back and forth. Would you do better to have a specified day? And so Wednesdays are my topper calls, and that works out so well. And then I deliver my toppers 10 days later on that Saturday. And so just to give you the numbers right now, I try not to do more than 10 calls on a Wednesday because I'm going to sell about 8. 2 of them are probably going to be shipped. So 6 people are going to want to come in. They're flying in from all over the country. They're going to want to come in. They've been working with me. They're comfortable with me, and they're wanting me to be the one to cut it and style it and make the delivery. And I don't want to, by the time Saturday gets here, I'd like to limit my Saturday to about 5 hours, and I can do those deliveries easy in that amount of time. So that's the amount for me. So now with that going so well, I can start sharing those appointments. So on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, when I'm behind the chair, some of my team can come in and take a call, take an appointment. They'll walk through the whole process with their client, and then I'll make a percentage off of what they sell.
And I know you do a lot of social media posts with these, which I applaud the women that are in them.
Yes.
Some of them are quite transformational.
They are, and they're not all comfortable. It's interesting. I felt like when I first got into it, everybody wanted to make a video. But I think that now they think, well, this is how I found out about her on TikTok, and so everyone's going to see this video. And so I'd say it's about 50-50. I had a lady Saturday that was, I don't know if you saw that one, but she was almost completely no hair in the frontal area. And she first said no, and then she said, you know what, this is how I found out about this, and so I want to help others to find out about it. And so she did a video.
Oh, that's lovely.
We cry a lot around here. They cry. I cry talking about it. They cry, and then it's just such an emotional thing for them. The number one thing that I hear them say is, oh my gosh, that's me. You know, they just feel like they lost a part of themselves. Our hair is, our crown, and it makes a woman feel so special. So I think it's such an important part of how they are made to feel spectacular.
Well, I love that you've tapped into this new revenue stream that, not only is making money for your salon, but is really, really generally helping people rediscover themselves.
Yes.
And, you get to a certain age and you see it.
Yeah.
You see your hair disappearing, and it's scary.
Really and truly, the number one reason that I hear in my chair of hair loss is just kind of general, typical aging, and they're just a little thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes all the way to, of course, recovering from cancer treatment or other diseases or a medication that has caused hair loss. And so it's just another method that they can put on daily and take off at night. Easy to care for in between. They can also drop it off to their salon. That's been another part of the revenues. My girls that are building do the shampoo and styles for them, and we charge about $50 for that. So they don't have to style it at home. They can drop it off here, which helps our revenue as well.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Kim, for sharing
Absolutely.
this new revenue stream with us. This great business.
Oh, thank you so much. And if people want to know more, please feel free to let them reach out. They can just email me, kim@cloud9salon.com, and I will forward them the information for Denise, and they can start there and talking to her. I highly recommend her, but I will be more than glad to share the information.
We will do that.
We'll
make that a resource for people. Thank you again.
Thank you, Stacy.